And what you need to understand, my gorgeous Aquamarini, that this year, 2025, your life is about to change. Okay, there are two major points you are going to have. The first major point is going to be within the first half of this year, 2025. Okay, and the second major point is going to be from June onwards, you know, in 2025. Of course, when it comes to numerology, my God, so there are going to be two turning points basically. One in the first part of the year, and the second turning point, major turning point, it's going to be in the second part of this year. Indeed, when it comes to numerology, your numbers are 1010. Okay, so this is a ridiculously powerful combination of numbers, and it means that your life is going to change when it comes to your emotional contentment, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to you finally feeling like, you know, you can do what you want to do, and when it comes to you finally feeling this peace and tranquility you haven't felt in a very, very long time. And the second thing, what this also means, that financially you are going to have a mind-blowing turnaround. When it comes to your finances, you are going to have a mind-blowing turnaround before the end of that particular year. So that's why this is what I need you to understand. It's not only about money, it's not only about finances, it's not only about success, which you are indeed going to have, but also at the same time it's a lot about this emotional stability, this peace and tranquility you are going to feel after such a long time. My gorgeous Aquamarini, I do know for a fact that you have been going through so much within the last few years, and that's why I'm saying to you that, you know, seriously, this year 2025, there is no doubt about this whatsoever, this year is going to make a huge impact on your life. You are going to have a mind-blowing achievement. What are you gonna achieve? It's gonna be crazy. Listen to me very carefully. What are you gonna achieve? It's gonna be really crazy. And what are you gonna achieve by the end of this year? It's not something that everybody achieves. You know, this doesn't happen to everybody. Okay, and this is because of the two reasons, because karmically you went through so much. Now this is your time, but you're also going to make such a wise decision, which is indeed going to bring you to this absolutely mind-blowing place in your life. To have these powerful combinations of numbers like 1010 as your numbers representing the whole year. Oh my God, my gorgeous Aquamarini, this is going to be absolutely incredible for you indeed. So that's why no matter what are you going through right now, I know you've been through a lot. I know you have been through a lot. I've been talking to you for the last couple of years, 2 or 3 years. My God, there were people creating these certain problems in your life, and this is so energy draining, and it's even more energy draining when it comes to the people that are meant to be nice to us, when it comes to the people that are meant to be major people in our lives, like our family members or those people that we should trust the most. And this is when things become even more difficult, even more heavy. Trust me, I understand. And that's why I decided to start these yearly readings with you, because I know that this year it's gonna be absolutely enormous for you. Okay, absolutely enormous. And when you have that massive achievement that I mentioned, do not forget me. No, I'm joking. No, honestly, you know, this is gonna be so big for you, my gorgeous Aquamarini, indeed. So for example, when it comes to the actual the months of January, okay, now I'm gonna start, you know, when it comes to the months of January, because what I'm gonna do right now, I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about each, you know, each month. You know how I do my yearly readings? I do every month. I talk about every month just a little bit, you know, just I focus on the actual highlights, you know, things that are gonna be the most prominent when it comes to that particular month. So I'm going to start with the month of January. Okay, so So January 2025, my gorgeous Aquamarini, okay, you are going to have an important news. In January 2025, you are going to have such an important news, okay? And this important news, I'm sorry, but it is not going to be good news. It is not going to be positive news, okay? This important news that you are going to have, it's really going to open your eyes, and it's going to make you aware of a certain person or a certain group of people have been lying to you. So this important news you're going to have in January, it's about this person or a group of people who have been lying to you. If you had this message like about 5 or 6 months ago, you would be like, no baby, no. If you had this message about 5 or 6 months ago, for example, you would feel really down and negative, and this would really kind of make you feel a little bit anxious, and it would kind of a little bit stress you out. But not now, because with this new year 2025, the whole new energy, it's about to come in as well. And now this energy, my gorgeous Aquamarini, is most certainly going to work in your favor. What am I trying to say here? Well, the bottom line is that in January you are going to have this important news, and this important news, it's not going to be good. It's going to make you aware of a certain person or a certain group of people who were dishonest with you, who were lying to you, and this is going to open your eyes, and it's actually going to make you feel really good. You will be able to recognize this within you. This is going to open your eyes. This is going to rejuvenate you. This is going to re-energize you. This is going to make you feel really good. Why? Because you are going to see this as a confirmation rather than anything else. This is going to be so personal to you, so important to you. Not only you're going to see this as a big confirmation, but it's also going to play such a big role when it comes to the beginning of this turning point in your life. Why? Because you are instantly going to become so active. You're instantly going to become so determined to do what you want to do. This is going to be like a big mama indeed. This is going to be one of the biggest wake-up calls you've ever had, my gorgeous Aquamarini, and that's exactly how is it going to feel. If this happened like about 5 or 6 months ago, you would be like, no baby, no. But now, as I said, you know what I mean? It's like now this is going to have a completely different impact on you. This is going to really remind you of what exactly you want to do. This is really going to remind you of this path you are on, but you cannot carry on with because you have been prevented from these certain people in your life who have been slowing you down for so long. You are not going to have none of it anymore. You will not want to have none of it anymore after this point in time. Trust me, because as I said, this is really going to make you feel so good and so determined, and it's clearly going to remind you of this path that you are on, and that's why you are going to feel so good. That's why you're going to find yourself feeling so positive and so active. So by the time you actually, because you're going to go like instantly into this mode where you're going to be reminded of what you are doing, and you're going to start planning. You're going to start planning in your mind. You need to understand that you're also going to be that this time of your life is going to be ridiculously powerful in terms of manifestation in general. It works both ways. Time to wake up, baby. Time to wake up. Time to open your mind and look ahead and be as positive as you can. The more positive you are, the more positive things you're going to bring towards yourself. But it works both ways. If you kind of go down and become negative, you will bring kind of negative things towards you, and you don't want this. You need to make the most of this energy, and you are going to, because by the time you get to February 2024, you're already gonna feel like like you want to do something for yourself. You will bless your heart, put yourself as a priority number one when it comes to you understanding clearly what your body needs. You know, you will be thinking a lot about maybe continuing with some kind of exercise. If you're able to exercise, you will be thinking about like kind of like a really good food and healthy food. You will be focusing a lot like a natural food and natural supplements, for example, and things that you know that are really good for you. So in February, you're already gonna like kind of be reconnecting with yourself on this particular level. And also in February, you will notice how much more spiritual you are becoming. You know there is something in terms of spirituality you are about to return to. Something that you haven't done for absolute ages, but you know it's part of who you are. And you know this is an immaculate part of your like a journey in this world in general. Something that you worked out a long time ago in terms of spirituality. And maybe you've tried other things, you focused on other things, you know, but this is something that you're gonna realize you need to kind of return to. You're gonna like kind of return to your own roots, but in terms of your own spirituality when it comes to the months of February. But all this is gonna feel so good. You know, all this is gonna feel like, whoa, you're gonna feel like you're born again, my gorgeous Aquamarini. You know, it's gonna feel really good. And this is why also, when it comes to the months of February, you are going to, you know, of course that February it's going to be connected to January. Just remember, in January you had this moment where you had this important news, and you're going to be kind of like pleased that you had this important news, because it's really going to create this mind-blowing starting point in your life. So I told you that in January you're going to have this negative news, and then you're going to realize exactly what you need to carry on with, what you need to focus on. You know, you will be reminded of this particular path you are on, this particular path you are on that has been slowed down because of these people. So by the time you get to the months of February, you're also going to, it's not only about you returning to your own kind of spiritual roots, which is ever so important, but it's also in terms of your personal spiritual evolution, in terms of your evolution, in terms of your own personal transition. Of course, this is important. This is important, but it's not only about that. It's about the specific goal you are going to realize. You know, you are going to realize it's to do with this specific goal that it's going to be on your mind. And this specific goal, it's to do with that path that you're on, that I mentioned to you in January. I hope that this is not too confusing. So in January, you'll become so determined, and it's to do with that specific goal that you will be thinking about in February. In February, you will be thinking about this specific goal, and you know, there is something that you will do. There is something that you will do, something major when it comes to that specific goal. I hope this is not too confusing. That specific goal, it's to do with that path that you are on, that you have found yourself at, but lots of things have been, and you knew what you wanted to do with your life, but lots of things have been slowed down because certain people have been creating too many problems in your life, and whether you realize this or not, all this have been slowed down. So that's why you are like being like reborn here, my gorgeous Aquamarini, because in February you are going to do something major move when it comes to that specific goal. My God, this is seriously not only going to start making your life complete within the next 2 or 3 months. You will see what I mean. You will see what I mean. Within the next 2 or 3 months, you will see what I mean. Because there are certain things that you will be exploring, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you would never explore otherwise. And each thing you find exploring, you know, that's how it's going to feel. It's going to feel like magical, literally, because each thing you find exploring, it's going to show you, you know, so many things that you can be doing, and you can really enjoy yourself. You can, you know, this is going to turn your life around in every possible way. So this is why this is going to be so important. So not only you will realize that this is going to make your life complete, my gorgeous Aquamarini, but this is also marking the beginning beginning of such a beautiful journeys in your life. This is marking the beginning of a major, major journey in your life. Okay, so this is why this is going to be so big. By the time you get to the March 2025, so what is March going to be all about? Well, something unexpected is going to happen. Okay, something really unexpected is going to happen. Not only you are going to realize that you are approaching an end of some kind of a problem. You're approaching the end of some kind of a problem here, my gorgeous Aquamarini. In March 2025, this is going to be unexpected. This is going to be unexpected, but it's going to be good. Because you will realize that you are approaching the end of like a really big problem in your life. And that means that, you know, there is going to be this a very important realization you're also going to have. Very important realization. There is something you're going to need to try. There is something you're going to need to try. Okay, and this is important, and you are so gonna be in two minds. You are gonna be so indecisive, and I need you to go with your first initial thought, okay, because your first initial thought is going to be right. And what this is going to be, you will know at the moment in time you realize that you're approaching the end of this problem, you know, that I'm talking about. At around that time there is something really that instantly you're gonna realize you need to try. And then not that long after it's going to be, oh, I'm not too sure. No, you need to do this. You need to do this, because whatever you feel like you need to try, it's going to lead you towards this very, very important and rather wise person in your life, who is going to give you life-changing advice that nobody else could give you. Okay, so this is why this is going to be so important. And also, when it comes to the March 2025, listen, there is a very beautiful person about to enter your life here. Very beautiful person is about to enter your life here. Indeed. This person is going to make your life so much better. This person is going to make your life so much more meaningful. So it's either to do with somebody who hasn't been in your life in a very long time, okay, and it's about to return into your life, or it's to do with somebody who's about to return into your life, somebody who means to you so much, maybe somebody who lived far away from you, maybe somebody who lived abroad. It's going to be back. Somebody, but this person means to you so much, you know, or this person just lived really far away from you, or this person was very vacant for a long time. Maybe they have been dealing with something really negative. This is a good person, and whichever way it happens, this is going to mean to you so much, because it's like this person is really good for you, and you are good for this person as well. When you two are together, it's like there is this very special energy that you both have, and you really are kind of so important for one another. For example, in terms of ideas and the way you understand each other's ideas, and also you tend to bring the best in each other, especially when it comes to us being scared of something, and then certain people inspires us, because fear, if we do manage to go through fear in life, if we do manage to kind of ignore the fear, you can do anything. You can do absolutely anything. So I'm just in this life, in this world, you know, on this journey. So I'm just trying to explain to you how important this person is. So it's either somebody, so if it's somebody who you know in March, then, and so this is going to be either somebody who you know. So if it's somebody who you know, it's going to be like this person I've just described right now. But it could also mark, sorry, I know it may be a little bit confusing, but it's also marking the time when somebody special is going to enter your life. It could be somebody who is going to enter your life for the first time ever. And if that happens in that particular way, then that particular person is going to have the same impact on your life as well. Indeed. So this is going to be somebody rather special. Okay. The next month that is going to be quite important, it's going to be April. In April, you are going to have this mind-blowing experience. In April, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you are going to have this mind-blowing experience. You know, something is going to happen. It's going to be such a positive experience. And at the same time, that particular positive experience you're going to have, it's going to make you aware of how great you are at something really specific. Okay, you will realize how great you are, how brilliant you are, how good you are at something really specific. This is going to surprise you. This is really going to surprise you. But at the same time, it's also going to reveal through your own creativity which skill you are fantastic at, you are so good at. Not only this is the part of your divine destiny, but you also right now need to take this very, very seriously and take it on the next level. Okay? And there is something challenging you are going to find here. And I really, my God, need you to do this. I need you to do this. I really need you to understand that this is the part of your divine plan, and it's part of all these changes that are happening in your life. So that's why I need you to take this very, very seriously indeed. So the next month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, before I just say something wrong. Yeah, the next month it's gonna be May, my gorgeous Aquamarini. In May, there is going to be this person. Oh God, I'm sorry, but there is somebody you're gonna be a little bit disappointed about. There is this particular person in your life that you're gonna be really disappointed about. You know, it's somebody who I'm not being dark Lala, you know, I'm sorry, but I just say what I see again, because I know that some of you are gonna be upset because some people don't like. I know I've spoke about it before, but some people really don't like if I mention something a little bit negative. But then, you know, just what can I say? It's life is not all like positivity. It's great, yeah, I understand, focus on positivity, but sometimes this life is not all positive. Far from it. You know it. If anybody knows, you know it, my gorgeous Aquamarini. But yeah, anyway, so when it comes to the month of May, there is somebody that you feel like kind of a little bit devoted to, you feel kind of devoted to, and that particular person is really going to kind of surprise you. That particular person is really kind of going to disappoint you because there is something you are gonna have a doubt and suspicion about this particular person in your life, somebody quite close to you. You're gonna have this doubt and you're gonna have this suspicion, and you are gonna try to kind of find out about it a little bit more. And then what you're going to find out about this particular person, you're also not going to like. But then, I'm sorry, what I need to mention is that you really need to be strong here, because this is not the person who was part of all those people that I mentioned before in your readings. This is not like part of, you know, those people, like those family members, for example, that were creating you certain problems for a while. This is not part of these people. This is not like a family member, for example, but this is somebody else. So there is some kind of a doubt and suspicion that you are going to have about this person in your life, and it's worth to mention that it's somebody that you are kind of devoted to, and you are gonna like kind of be able to prove, you know, your doubt and your suspicion, and this is really going to surprise you, and you are gonna kind of feel a little bit disappointed when it comes to this particular person in your life. But then to be quite honest with you, it's, oh my God, it's so difficult to explain. It's not like you knew that this was coming, but maybe there were certain things that happened in between you two in your past before that it's going to put your mind in such a way where you're surprised, but then again, you're not completely surprised. you know. So you really need to do here what you feel like you need to do. It's just something that somebody has done that they're not able to maybe help themselves with what they've done. You know, what you are going to have this doubt and suspicion with, you're going to realize that this particular person is not able to help themselves when it comes to maybe things like that. But then again, because you're very open-minded, you're very smart, you're very clever, you're very intelligent, on top of that you are very spiritual, my gorgeous Aquamarine, so you can reflect in all sorts of ways. A lot of other people aren't able. So, you know, I just need you to kind of like really I need you to. No, what you just need to do, you need to do what you feel like you should need to do, you know, here. Because it's like, it's a disappointment, so you will know that this particular person you're not going to be able to take seriously anymore. So it's maybe just like kind of like you do whatever you want to do with this person, of course, but then again, at the same time, I just need you to kind of keep certain things to yourself when it comes to like important things in life, important informations, like important decisions, you know. I would just like kind of really not mention to this person, for example. And also, when it comes to the month of May, what I also need you to pay attention to, that there is going to be this strong kind of feeling you're going to have towards this specific herb. I know. You're going to say I'm crazy, but again, in May, you're going to be drawn towards this specific herb. You know, it's either going to be something you've never kind of felt drawn to before, or it's going to be something that you see all the time around you, but only now you're going to kind of feel so drawn to this particular plant or to this particular herb. Maybe you're going to be somewhere outside and you're going to see this herb and you're going to be so drawn to it, you know. You just need to really be as intuitive as you possibly can, my gorgeous Aquamarine, because whether you're going to see this herb outside, whether you're going to see this herb on your television, whether you're going to see this herb, you know, maybe somewhere in some kind of a book or something, it doesn't really matter. You're most certainly going to become aware of this herb, and you're going to remember my words here. Trust me, you need to consume that herb, my gorgeous Aquamarine, one way or another, because I can assure you that that particular herb you're suddenly going to become aware of. It's suddenly going to become so obvious to you. I can assure you, if you are not aware of its properties, just go maybe somewhere on the internet and just type in the name of this herb, and you will see, or a plant, and you will see the properties. One of the main properties is indeed going to be something that you are kind of needing, something that you are going through, but it's not necessarily something that you like to kind of mention or talk to other people about. You only talk about this like to the specific people in your life. So this is what I need you to pay attention to as well. The next the next important months, my gorgeous Aquamarine, it's gonna be June 2020. The next month is going to be June. I suppose every month has been important, but the next month is going to be June 2025. In June, you know, you are going to have, this is going to be such a healing month for you. Why? Because it is it's to do with this compromise you are going to have. In June 2025, my gorgeous Aquamarine, you are going to have this massive compromise here, okay? This big compromise. This compromise is going to be not only extremely successful for you, but it's also, this is going to be very successful compromise for you, very important compromise for you. Or shall I say, this is going to be an extremely important compromise for you, which is going to lead towards like a ridiculously successful negotiation, okay? And this is why I need you to understand how important this is going to be. And I need you to understand that now you need to trust yourself as much as you possibly can when it comes to this negotiation, you know. So first of all, you're going to have this compromise and it's going to lead towards ridiculously successful negotiation, but something is going to be putting you off when it comes to this negotiation. And I just need to mention to you to not allow this to put you off. Please, just like you must not allow this to put you off from this negotiation, because this negotiation, it's gonna be, oh my God, please do not ignore this, please. It's constantly coming to me that something is going to be putting you off. Listen, this is how it's going to happen. June, first of all, you're going to have this really important compromise. Really important compromise, and this in itself, it's really going to make you feel so happy. It's going to really it's a lot to do with things you want to do, and it's a lot to do with things that you're inspired by and things like that. And already you're going to be so excited, so happy, so delighted. I can describe this as something ridiculously successful already. But then you're going to realize that you are going to need to have another negotiation, an important negotiation, and something is going to be putting you off. Do not ignore this negotiation. Oh my God, do not. Because this negotiation is going to be primarily responsible for you, not only, you know, not only this is bring this is going to be important when it comes to your finances and financial situation, big time, but it's also going to bring this much needed stability. So this is why I need you to ignore this moment when you have oh, I don't want to have this negotiation, because perhaps it's including people or a person you don't want to have a negotiation with. No, baby, no. You know that sometimes in this life we need to do things that we don't want to do, you know. And those are normally ridiculously important when it comes to us breaking certain barriers and just expanding our own horizons, baby. You know? So you've got two big mamas out of here. Two big mamas, you know? One is like a financial situation, and another one is stability in general. You know? Absolutely brilliant indeed. Absolutely brilliant indeed. But you know what, also when it comes to June 2025, a younger person in your life, it's just going to find themselves, young spirit, younger person in your life, it's going to find themselves surrounded by, you know, very bad influential people, somebody a little bit older than that person, and somebody is going to try to mislead that person, you know. Somebody's going to try to somebody's going to be like a really kind of a negative impact on that person's life, and I know you would not like it. So when you notice that a younger person in your life at around June or in June 2025 is acting really strange, I need you to do something about it immediately, just to try to find out who this person is maybe kind of hanging around with. And when you find that out, everything is going to be clear to you. You know, you're going to be grateful to God that you decided to step in here. Indeed, sometimes people just find themselves around these charming beasts. No, seriously, sometimes people find themselves around these charming people that are so charming and so powerful when it comes to them being charming, that people become blinded, you know, to what they are doing and how much they've actually changed around this kind of people, you know, especially when these people are doing things in this life, in this world, they shouldn't be doing. So that's why this is going to be so important indeed. The next month, my gorgeous Aquamarini, it's going to be, so that was June, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, my gorgeous July. So the next month I'm going to be talking about my gorgeous Aquamarini. It's going to be July 2025. Listen to me very carefully, baby. You know, first of all, you are going to be around somebody very positive, this positive person, this really energetic person. This is a very active person. This is a very determined person. This person you are going to be around in July, I really like somebody who's very successful, somebody who's very different, somebody who lives their life on their own accord, somebody who does maybe kind of care what other people think. So that person used to care a lot before what other people think, and that person had this life-changing experience, and after that, that person changed forever. This is to do with somebody who was affected by anything. It's to do with somebody, this particular person in July, who you're going to be around, yeah, is to do with somebody who had like, oh my god, all sorts of like a childhood traumas and things like that, because and things like that, because childhood traumas, they really change people forever. They really do. As the bigger and deeper childhood traumas are, the more people are changed, and sometimes people changed in such a way that they're never going to be like everybody else. But I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean that in a bad way whatsoever. We all chose to come to this earth. We all chose to come here. We all chose to live this life. But this is a different subject now, I'm just trying to explain to you who this person is going to be. Somebody who is very active and very determined at what they do. But that particular person is very successful at what that particular person is doing, but it's not something that everybody is doing. This person is different, and this person now doesn't care what anybody thinks about them. But a long time ago, this person was completely opposite and was caring about too much what people think about that particular person. But then that person had this life-changing experience. And that person went to transition like never before, and everything changed. Everything changed. So this is somebody who is very inspiring indeed to many people, and especially to you. So you're going to be around that, you're going to be around that person when it comes to July 2025. Somebody very active, determined, somebody very experienced with what they do, blah, blah, blah. And that particular you will be enjoying yourself, la, la, la. And that particular person is going to... There is some kind of a major conversation going to be going on in between you two. You will be enjoying yourself, that person will be enjoying themselves, and you are going to have, the bottom line here is, bam, 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 I finally got to the point. Woo! Hallelujah, hallelujah. He got to the point, yeah. No, honestly, my gorgeous Aquamarini, through that person, there is a conversation you're both going to have, and there is this amazing idea you're going to have. This amazing idea, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you're going to have, and this idea is going to be absolutely brilliant indeed. This idea you are going to have through that person, there is something going to happen. You're going to have this major idea, and this major idea you're going to have, it's also going to be the beginning of such a beautiful adventure in your life. That's all I can say to you, okay? This idea you're going to have, it's also going to be the beginning of such a beautiful and probably the most amazing adventure and the most surprising adventure you've ever had, because you did not expect to have an adventure when it comes to this idea or whatsoever. Not only you're going to have a major adventure, but there are also going to be some life-changing possibilities you are going to be able to recognize by the end of this year. I mean, come on, how good this is actually going to be. Wow. The next important month, the next important look, I'm keep on going back with my mind to like the next important date. No, the next month, my gorgeous Aquamarini, it's gonna be August 2025. In August 2025, okay, there is something kind of a little bit something negative is going to happen. Okay, something negative is going to happen. But you know what? Something negative is going to happen. There is going to be some kind of a bit of a complete and sudden change. But this is not going to affect you directly. This is not going to affect your life directly, but you will just know that something like it's gonna come towards an abrupt end. Okay, but this is not going to affect you directly. I think that this is more going to affect certain people in your life, but especially one of them who you had lots of problems with, who you had lots of disagreements with. This in itself, it's really kind of going to, realize, you are going to realize that there was some kind of misunderstanding in between you and that particular person. And you're also going to realize like who you can trust to and who you cannot trust to. This is going to surprise you, to be quite honest with you, because this, whatever is going to come towards an abrupt end, as I said, it's not going to affect you directly, but it's more going to happen to some other people in your life. To you, this in itself, it's actually going to lead towards one particular person realizing out of those lot that was a misunderstanding in between you and somebody, and you and that particular person. But you're also going to realize this is like a big revelation. It's going to be like who you can trust to and who you cannot trust to. With other words, this is all going to lead towards you having this big moment of liberation, big moment of your own freedom. You're actually going to find this a really, really enlightening, my gorgeous Aquamarini. Why are you going to find this enlightening? Do you know why? Because it's like you're going to find this enlightening because you will realize, you will be paying attention to certain details right now with all these situations you wouldn't normally pay attention to. You will be paying attention to the certain details you wouldn't normally pay attention to. And there is something you're going to realize here. Something is going to open your eyes here, my gorgeous Aquamarini. And that in itself means that, that you overcame some kind of a fear as well here. You're going to realize that you overcame some kind of a fear, and you're also going to realize that, right now it's time to stop like kind of doubting yourself. And it's time to stop, like, not only doubting yourself, but it's time to make an important decision that you have been keep on putting aside. So this is going to be the time when you are going to be making such an important decision. But it's it's about this interesting way, the way this is actually going to happen. Just remember that all this is going to lead towards you opening your eyes and paying attention to the certain details you would never pay attention to. And this is why this is going to lead towards you having such a powerful moment of your own liberation, my gorgeous Aquamarini, otherwise you would never have, which would of course lead towards you knowing exactly which important and major decision you are going to need to make. Indeed. Okay? And also, my gorgeous Aquamarini, when it comes to, which month was this? August. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so that was August. So by the time, that was August. By the time you get to September, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you know that there are two beautiful spirits. There are two young spirits, two younger people, two beautiful spirits, okay? Two younger people, two beautiful spirits in your life, okay, are going to you're going to have this enlightening experience, and you're going to realize what's missing in your life so much because of these two beautiful spirits. And you will know who they are. You will know who they are, and trust me, you will know what the message is here. So two beautiful spirits, two younger people, do you get what I mean? Two younger people, two beautiful young spirits are going to play an important role when it comes to you realizing that there is something major missing in your life. And when you realize what that is, there is an important sacrifice you are going to decide to make, and this sacrifice is also going to be not only going to be so enlightening for you, but it's also going to turn your life around. When the moment in time you make this sacrifice, and you are going to make this really, really quickly, at that moment in time you are going to start to look at life and look at the world from a completely different angle, in a completely different light. There is a very, very important lesson and a message you are going to have about yourself and about your life here. And especially when it comes to the certain things that you are gonna realize that you need to really immediately hurry up with. Okay, absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous aquamarini indeed. But you're also going to realize in September that there is somebody, you know, maybe due to their age, you know, somebody, it could be due to their age, you know, somebody is just gonna need a little bit of your attention when it comes to September as well, when it comes to those people in your life, okay? Somebody is gonna need a little bit of your attention. And that particular person who is going to need a little bit of your attention, and I really think it's to do with like a maybe, you know, like maybe like a little problems that come up when people are a little bit older. You know, somebody's becoming vulnerable due to their age, I think, here quite a lot. And this particular person you are really going to reconnect with. That particular person is going to need your help, but also the way things are going to develop, you're really going to connect. You're really going to reconnect beautifully. And this is going to be important for both of you. This is going to be important for both of you. Okay? Like really, really important. Yeah, because you need to understand the moment in time you reconnect with this particular person, that moment in time, well, one phase of your life is going to come to an end and another phase of your life is about to begin. You know, this is really a lot to do with a certain karmic cycle coming to an end. Now, when it comes to this karmic cycle, you know, this in itself is going to be very, very important. Because also you are going to become aware of the fact that there is an important there is something really important you're going to need to do, you know. Yeah, there is something really important you're going to need to do with this. The next months I am going to be talking about, so that was September, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's it, yeah. So now it's September, sorry. Now it's September. Now it's September. 9, 10, 11, 12. Now it's September. Sorry, I hope I'm not, I hope I didn't mess this up. Now it's, that was August still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 8, 9. Was that September? That was September. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 9, 10. So now it's October, sorry. Now it's October. October. I said September already. Now it's October. Sorry. Please forgive me, because I've got my cards all over the place. So now the next months I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be October 2025. In October, something very strange and unusual it's going to happen. Surprise, October, the time and the veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. And I know that this happens on the 31st of October, but I'm just saying to you that then on the 31st of October, the energy is like really strong when it comes to all this. But when it comes to the rest of the months, the whole month is like, woo, we're in between two different worlds, seriously. So I'm not surprised that in October you are going to have such an unusual sign, such an unusual, bizarre and very strange omen. You are going to have very strange sign, my gorgeous Aquamarine. And all I can say to you, when something strange and unusual happens, it's going to feel like it's from a different world, seriously. Maybe it's a lot to do with the time when exactly this is going to happen, where exactly this is going to happen, how exactly this is going to happen, but it's going to feel like it's like some kind of a different world, to be quite honest with you, like it's coming from a different world. And so first of all, you're going to have some kind of an unusual sign. And then after you have that sign, my gorgeous Aquamarine, this is going to be a clear indication that you are going to find out something so important. You know, you are going to find out some kind of a secret. You are going to find out some kind of a secret, my gorgeous Aquamarine, when it comes to October, after you have this unusual experience. And the moment this is going to be a clear indication, baby, the moment in time you find out this secret that I'm talking about, that moment in time, I must need you to understand, you must not waste your time here whatsoever. The moment in time you find out this secret, my gorgeous Aquamarine, you will know that there is a certain move, a certain step, a bold move, the only way for me to describe it right now, you're going to need to do, you're going to need to make. And do not think I'm going to do later, I'm going to do that next month, I'm going to do that next week. No, you need to do that immediately. By you doing this immediately, you're also not going to be restricted. Do you understand me? So this is why this is going to be so important, but this is also going to show your own resilience. Because at the same time, you're going to set such a powerful example to those people in your life that you care about the most as well. So that's what you need to remember. And as soon as you make this step, as soon as you make this move, my gorgeous Aquamarine, you know, this in itself is going to lead towards you later on, very soon after that, having an some kind of invitation or something like that. And once you have this invitation, there is you are going to have this, once you have this invitation, you are going to become aware of a new chance. This new chance you're going to become aware of, my gorgeous Aquamarine. It's going to be so personal to you, so personal to you. But it's also, this is going to be like really important to you, really personal to you. But at the same time, you know, it's going to change the whole structure in your life in such a beautiful way, where you're not going to waste your energy on things that do not bring you so much happiness, you know. So this is, in terms of balance, this is going to be really big. Okay, so the next important date, my gorgeous Aquamarine, it's gonna be the next important date. It's gonna my God, the next month is gonna my God, November 2025. In November, you are, my God, you know, you are going to have a brand new experience in November. Something is going to happen to you like that never happened before. And also pay attention to the 11th of November. Pay attention to the 11th of November. There are going to be lots of signs you are going to have on the 11th of November. Lots of signs and synchronicities you must, for the love of God, pay attention to, because they will be pointing you towards this specific direction, towards something really important. You are keep on living aside. Something really important you are keep on living aside, maybe even subconsciously you need to do. You know, maybe even forgot about this at this point. So you may even be reminded of something you forgot about, and it's major. You're going to be grateful to God that you were reminded of this, trust me, because if you forgot about it, this would kind of, if you forgot about it, this would kind of bring all sorts of problems to you later on. So this is what I want you to say, that in November, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you're going to have this brilliant idea. You are going to have this new experience. This is what I want to go back to you in November. This is what I want to go back to. This new experience you're going to have in November. You are going to have this new experience, and this new something is going to happen to you for the first time ever. And this inspiration you are going to have, it's going to lead towards this brand new idea you are going to have. This is something, listen to me very carefully. This brand new idea is going to be so important. It's to do with everything else I said so far. Please, this new idea you are going to have, it's something that you need to be so patient about, something that you need to practice a lot. You know, this is going to be putting you off, but it shouldn't. Something that you need to be patient about, something that you need to practice a lot, something that it's going to be like a hard work, but then again, at the same time, you know, the more the more energy you put into it, the more pleasure into your life this is going to bring, you know. And this is why this is going to be so important indeed. The next month and the final month is going to be December 2025. Like, oh my God. December is going to be huge. Please don't have a go at me telling me, oh my God, like you had to wait for the whole reading to tell me something is going to happen at the end of the year. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's to do with everything that I've mentioned so far. It's to do everything that I've said so far. When it comes to the months of December, my gorgeous Aquamarini, this is the time of a massive victory, massive achievement. In December 2025, your whole life is gonna be completely different. Every single thing that you went through so far that was bringing you down, every single thing that you went so far that was making you feel so down and so negative and so sad and so stressed and so anxious, my God, everything is going to boom disappear. How happy you are going to be. Okay, because in December 2025, I'm sorry, but you are going to have a massive victory, massive success, a massive achievement, a massive accomplishment. Like, oh my God, you will know that you made the right choices, you made the right decisions, you chose the right path, and this is why this is going to be such an amazing achievement. And you will know, my gorgeous Aquamarini, that, you know, at the same time, this, you know, this is gonna really clearly show you how much your life, it's actually going to change. It's not only about this massive success and a massive achievement, but it's also this ultimate change, this energy which is going to start taking over here. Oh my God, you are gonna feel extremely excited. This is going to make you feel so courageous and so optimistic, and also at the same time, my gorgeous Aquamarini, this at the same time you are going to realize that there is somewhere you're going to need to go. There is something you're going to need to do, but it's more like not somewhere you need to go and somewhere you need to do. Sorry, I take that out. Sorry. Because of this victory, this achievement, and this massive accomplishment you're going to have, okay, there is, like, you're going to feel so happy, you're going to feel so excited that you will want to have a party. You will want to have a party, you will want to celebrate. That's exactly what I see. And you are going to have a party. You're going to be surrounded by some amazing people in December 2025. You're going to have brilliant experiences here, so much. And there is, you know, my gorgeous Aquamarini, also, you know, there is something you're going to find out when it comes to that event you're going to have while you're celebrating, there is something you're going to find out. There is something really important you're going to find out. And what are you going to find out when it comes to this gathering and celebration? It's really going to open your mind towards you, towards something you need to be persistent about, something you will want to bring to an end, like blah blah blah, but something is going to open your mind and you're going to realize, a bit of a change here. Instead of bringing something to an end, which you would regret later on, this is going to open your mind, and it's really going to become it's really going to kind of be your sign that you need to kind of be persistent about. And this is important, because that in itself, later on, when you find yourself on the crossroads, and now I'm talking about like February 2026, when you find yourself on the crossroads, this is going to play a crucial role when it comes to all this. Because you are just going to go on a completely different level then. Trust me. Wow, what a year, my gorgeous Aquamarini. This is going to be absolutely mind-blowing in every possible way. So now, my gorgeous Aquamarini, I'm just going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the year 2025. Let me just see what is going to be a tarot card of the year 2025. This one will be rather important, and this one came out by itself. This one came out by itself, my gorgeous Aquamarini. So this is going to be the year when you are also going to start reconnecting with people in general. So this is important. This just came out by itself. This is not your tarot card, the tarot card of the year, but this is just as important because it came out by itself. So this means that relationship in your life are going to be so important throughout the year 2025, and you will realize how important are those people in your life who have always been standing, with you, who have always been on your side. You will realize the importance of people in your life, and I'm not saying that you didn't realize before, but it's also the time of reconnection with those amazing people in your life as well. And if there is something you want to say to those incredible people in your life that you love so much, talk to them as much as you can. It's important. And so when it comes to the actual tarot card of the year, when it comes to you, my gorgeous Aquamarini, your tarot card of the year is the Sun. Surprise! I'm so happy for you. I'm seriously so happy for you. It's the Sun. It's the time of pleasure, the time of happiness, the time of optimism, the time of achievement, my gorgeous Aquamarini. Finally, things are going to start making sense, and you really are going to be enjoying your life. There is a great amount of stress which is about to go, which is about to disappear, and I'm so happy for you. And also, like so many things that you will decide to do, like for example, you're going to have so many ideas you've never had before when it comes to the year 2025, and if you are really strongly feel about doing something or starting something, trust me, you are being guided by the higher power. You're being guided. So every time when you feel so passionate about something that you can't stop thinking about, go baby, go for it, because you are being guided by the higher power. And this is what this means. It's going to lead towards you being so much happier in every way possible, indeed. And now, my gorgeous Aquamarini, I'm also going to see quickly what is going to be an oracle card here. Oracle card of the year 2025. Your oracle. Why did you do that? Here. My gorgeous Aquamarini, before I pull my whole camera down. Yeah, so here, I'm just going to see what is going to be Oracle card of the year as well, my gorgeous Aquamarini. The Oracle card of the year. Protection. How beautiful. You are protected. You are protected. That's exactly how you're gonna feel. Okay? Time to do what you wanna do, time to do what you need to do. This life is way too short, you know. We are here for 5 minutes on this earth. It seriously does seem like that ever so often. So I think that, you know, this year is gonna be absolutely life-changing. But at the same time, you will be feeling like, you know, there is something guiding you, something is protecting you. Every time when you feel like that, pay attention to the actual signs and synchronicities, because you are not going to be far from truth. You're not, you know, you are, not that you're not going to be far from truth, but you are, you know, you are being extremely intuitive, and there is guidance. The guidance is going to be showing in many different ways. This is what I need you to understand. So the more intuitive you are, the more you will gain out of it. Indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Aquamarini, Happy New Year 2025. I wish you all the best, to every single one of you. Finally, you know, the whole new stage in your life, it's about to begin. Happy New Year, my gorgeous Aquamarini. I wish you all the best. Mwah. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful. You see, lots of people don't realize how powerful blue topaz actually is, especially when it comes to activating your third psychic eye. Yes, lots of people do not realize how significant and how powerful blue topaz actually is, because once we activate our third psychic eye, we start to understand things we never understood before. We kind of elevate ourselves both spiritually and mentally as well. This in itself, it's ever so important when it comes to understanding so much about ourselves in general, understanding so much about this life in general. You know, it really helps you to go through and to go forward in life with a completely kind of deeper, with a completely different understanding, much deeper, much more spiritual, much more serene when it comes to things that have been kind of bringing you down, when it comes to things that have been scaring you, when it comes to things that have been draining your energy in general. All this stops when you wear blue topaz. Why? Because you see things differently, and you know, because it activates your third psychic eye. You elevate yourself to the point where you see literally every single aspect in your life in a completely different light. So why is this so important? Well, it's important when it comes to you progressing in life and making the most out of life, but it's also ever so important when it comes to you protecting your precious energy. You know, it helps you to protect your precious energy as well, and this is why it's so significant. I mean, look at this. Absolutely stunning, my gorgeous people. And this is a handmade sterling silver bracelet. Okay, handmade sterling silver gate bracelet. It's 7.5 inches long and it's 10 millimeter wide, so that is quite wide. And of course, this is like a really high quality blue topaz crystalline, and this is something that I would highly recommend you to wear, my gorgeous people. powerful, and blue topaz also allow you to channel your inner wisdom and find a perfect pathway to successful opportunities, you know. And to be quite honest with you, like anyone who wears this will embrace will embrace their authentic self and trust, you know, you will trust your own power, and you will most certainly, you know, do things in life that are gonna bring you success in general. You know, you tend to make the right decisions when you wear these powerful crystals. So whether these decisions are like when it comes to your life in general, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your success, when it comes to your career, when it comes to money, you know, it does help you quite a lot, you know, to make the right decision, because it grounds you. It grounds you in a really specific way. Can you imagine how powerful this crystal is when on one hand it activates your third psychic eye, therefore you elevate, you become so spiritual like never before. But then on another hand, it's also very powerful when it comes to grounding at the same time, when it comes to you recentering yourself at the same time. And this is why, because you don't worry about things that you shouldn't be worrying about. And very often as well, people don't realize how draining this is on our overall energy, you know, and we are not able to get in our life, you know, to the certain stage, you know, as quick as we actually could. So it really is ever so important when it comes to you realigning yourself like instantly as soon as you put this on, my gorgeous people. I really highly suggest you to get this beautiful blue topaz handmade bracelet for yourself, or you can buy it for somebody else. If you think that somebody else can benefit from it, you know, why wouldn't you buy it for them? It's absolutely beautiful. And the link to buy this gorgeous bracelet, my gorgeous people, it's going to be in the description below, or it's going to be, or I'm also going to pin the actual link on top of the comment section as well. But it is a rather beautiful bracelet, and of course I only have few of these in stock now.